Really sorry for the lack of uploads. I know I say this mostly every video, but I do have a big reason this time. Yeah, my big reason is that I'm actually very, very sick, as you can tell by my voice. And if you guys are wondering why I'm stopping all my series for right now, it's because I do want some time to work on them. And plus I think I do have a bit too many. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to focus on like this series and maybe one more. And maybe another My Hero one. And like not try and put too much time on them. As in like, so I can keep them on my phone so I can put them all together to make the full story. So yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Rules, Ash and nobody else until Hoenn can use a legendary here, unless if it's the final battle of that season. Then nothing else. That's it. So instead of Ash encountering Torko, he could encounter like a Starmie. So let's hop in. I don't really see the beginning changing until Ash encounters Pikachu. You know, it's just like not really a point. So his starter will be a poniard. I hope I said that right. I'm not the best at reading. As when Ash will try and give her a hug, since his body is mainly spikes, he's able to definitely cut Ash and Professor O. Then Ash will try and hold it here, but it will just try and break loose from Ash. Sorry about that. And when Ash will get outside, he'll see his mum as those two cheer on Ash as Palm her as Palmyard would try and run away from Ash, as Ash's mum would recommend him for Ash to try and keep it in its Pokeball, as Ash will think about it, as he actually would try and keep it in his Pokeball, and he can't really use a lead. So for right now, he has to lure it over with Pokemon food. As Ash would see a wild Poliwrath, as he wouldn't dare try and fight it, knowing that Poniard will be very weak to one of its fighting type moves. And Poliwrath will be replacing Pidgey for obvious reasons. Then, instead of having Spearow, he would see a Hisuian Goodra. As since the Pokédex wouldn't have any information on this Pokemon, Ash would see if he could try and catch it by ordering a scratch from Poniard. As Poniard wouldn't obey Ash, as Ash would try and throw a Pokeball, but Hisuian Goodra would break right out, as it will fire a powerful Hyper Beam at Ash. As Ash running, as he'll fall into a river, meet Misty and head to the Viridian City Pokemon Center. As Team Rocket will attack, as they are having Coffin and Ekans, they will have Whirlipede and Graviard as their partner Pokemon. What about Meowth? Applin. As Applin does seem like a little goofy choice for me and their Psychic, but maybe it could evolve later down the line. as Ash will try and take them on, but Whirlipede can time most of its attacks. So Graveyard can take its strat for obvious reasons. And as Misty would come in and able to one-shot Graveyard with a Bubble Bee, then there's an easy 2v1 able to send Team Rocket blasting off again. As in Viridian Forest, they would find a wild Gravantula, as Misty wouldn't recommend to Ash for him to catch it, mainly because it's a pretty big Pokemon, and also he has definitely no chance, and she also hates bugs. So instead of Pidgeotto, he will find a Tiki Tank. I hope I said that right. As Tiki Tank would try and put up a good fight, but it would definitely go down easily, thanks to Ponyard's steel type moves. As Ash will encounter Samurai, as he would have a Arachnid and Wurmple instead of his Pinsir and Metapod. And I don't really know them two's moveset, and writing a script will just take me a month each time, because I like to go really into detail, which I'm going to try and like memorize it from my memory, as hopefully maybe since I have a lot more time to my hands I can make better quality videos. As Arachnid and actually Ponyard will go at it, as Ponyard will fall, as Tiki Tank will be able to knock out Arachnid and Wurmple, as Misty will help Ash trade because she knows that the next gym is a rock type gym. As they will still meet Flint, as his Brock would accept Ash's challenge with his Hisuian Growlithe and Roggenrola, as his Ash seeing that Hisuian Growlithe looks like a fire type, and also Growlithe is a fire type. He would send out his Ponyard because mainly Ponyard is his best Pokemon so far. So with them two hitting each other, as Hisuian Growlithe would go down, but Roggenrola will be able to knock out Ponyard, as Tiki Tank will be able to knock out Roggenrola, giving Ash the win.